following is a presentation of the Pro Wrestling Report. Informative, entertaining, and real since 1998.
Well, the conversation continues here on 5 More Minutes. Welcome to the extended edition of the Pro Wrestling Report, or the bonus content, if you will. Are we an Easter egg?
You look like one, but I have no idea.
Is it the purple tie?
Absolutely.
Damian Nelson sitting alongside David Hero, and a couple of items we want to expand on from Primetime Television this week. Firstly, look at it. Just the Funkettes have left.
You did good. Nice work. Very nice.
Oh, I know where to get them. 35th in Wisconsin. Shh. Brodus Clay. Oh, yeah. You know what? Here's the thing. I'm going to say it, David Hero.
Say it. Preach.
It's so funny. So many of you have given us feedback, and so many of you have talked about how horrible this is and how stupid this is and how dumb WWE was. Well, you know, here's, I guess, a very frank statement. If you were as smart as you think you are, as it pertains to professional wrestling, you would realize just how great this Brodus Clay thing is. Because, as I said on Primetime, in a few weeks, we're going to be talking about Planet Funk. We're going to be talking about the Funkasaurus. We're going to be buying it. All this time, we've asked for new characters, people to get invested in, people to entertain us in WWE. And Brodus Clay, the Funkasaurus,
He's the guy that's going to beat Cody Rhodes to become the new IC champion.
No, the belt won't fit. No worries there.
Put it over his shoulder. It'll be fine.
No, they don't do that. There was a memo that went out. I don't know if you noticed.
You know, people criticize taking from the monster heel to the cartoon character. Let's go into some history here.
Oh!
Okay? When Rikishi was just simply known as Fatu, he didn't get over.
Nobody cared.
Until he danced and put the thong on.
Yep.
Big star. When Mabel was in Men on a Mission and just viscera, nobody cared until he put the silky smooth pajamas on.
Yep.
And became Big Daddy V.
Yep.
Kurgan, remember him?
Oh, I remember Kurgan.
From the Truth Commission?
Oh, absolutely.
He couldn't get over to save his soul. He joins Luna,
the Oddities,
Golga, and the Oddities, along with Giant Silva, and everyone's going back and forth with the clowns. Sometimes you need a character to bring out the betterment, the best of that individual. And Brodus Clay, we all know he's a legitimate badass. There's no question about it.
It's already established.
So now just give him a little bit of flavor. Let him be a little bit of himself.
Flavor Flav?
Flavor Flav.
You saying he should wear a clock?
Well, it seems like he's wearing one. But, I mean, you know, you come out with the two dancing girls, the little dancing back and forth. I mean...
Don't touch me.
It's fantastic. Even if it's a 6-month run, it's still going to be entertaining.
But let's not lose sight of the fact that both you and I and a lot of people out there who have come on board as well with Brodus, when it first happened...
that first 10 seconds, I was cringing.
That was a WTF moment.
I was like, that poor
bastard
guy. Yes. Wow. How does this happen? And then, like I said, it funked in. Okay? And I was like, it's great. It reminded me of when Rikishi and Too Cool came to the ring. You watch, people will start dancing now when he comes to the ring.
And your own study group, your younger audience study group,
absolutely
had some feedback as well.
Cal loved it. I mean, he's watching it and he's like, oh my gosh, he's different, a different look, funny haha. He's singing Somebody Call My Mama, even though he really didn't mean it. But, yeah, I mean, he enjoyed it.
Which is another point, Ernest the Cat Miller. It wasn't until Somebody Called My Mama, which was an impromptu thing he said on Nitro one week, that they gravitated on and made into something big that he became.
It's the little things
big.
like that.
You need a hook.
Hey, Stone Cold, until he had Austin 316, he was a guy in black tights.
Yep. Just another guy in black tights. Well, hopefully that educates you a little bit more about why this Brodus Clay thing is brilliant, and you're welcome to disagree and not like it, because that's what it's all about, is not everybody's going to like the same thing. The question is how you choose to talk to those who disagree with you.
What's great about it is when he does get into a program with a legitimate heel.
Oh, my bad.
It's going to be great. It's going to have more heat, more intrigue, far more interesting.
There have been clowns in WWE in the past, clowns in wrestling in the past. I'm not just talking about Doink. But the best ones were the ones who could back it up in that ring. He's going to be able to back it up in the ring.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And that's what's going to be great about it. And as we said on Primetime, WWE is severely lacking in what? Good guys. Faces.
They need some baby faces you can invest in. Yes, you have a Sheamus, you have Randy Orton, you have John Cena and CM Punk. But
had they brought Brodus back as the monster heel that everybody was waiting to see come back, he would have been swimming in the pool of obscurity within 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah, because there's nobody for him to go into a program with. All the top baby faces are busy right now.
Cody Rhodes. He's the
not a
top
baby
heel, I'm
face.
sorry.
You got Punk is with Dolph Ziggler.
Another top heel.
And then he'll be going in with Jericho. And then you have John Cena tied in with Kane and The Rock.
Don't forget Zack Ryder. Woo, woo, woo. You know it.
And you know what? This is a way they can establish him into a bigger star. Zack Ryder is hurt. He might not even be defending his U.S. championship on Monday night.
The tears weren't fake, weren't real, but his injury is.
You know what? You got to wonder if the wheels are coming off that bus.
What bus?
The Zack Ryder bus.
Really?
But I'm willing to roll the dice.
The wheel came off the car.
To roll the dice. And you know, I have 2 injuries on Team Super Friends. I got Del Rio and Randy Orton out. So I got to pick
Oh, yeah, he's real injured. He's in the Bahamas.
I got to pick up 2 guys. First one is a no-brainer, Brodus Clay.
You can't have Cody. I have Cody.
No, Brodus Clay is going to take the place of
The Funkasaurus?
Alberto Del Rio.
That's probably a better pickup. I can go with that.
And Zack Ryder will take the place of Randy Orton.
Even though you're wondering if the wheels are off the bus, you're going to pick up Ryder.
Well, because he's going to be on a pay-per-view or 2 before Orton gets back. And it just goes to prove that I don't hate Zack Ryder. I will put him on Team Super Friends and resurrect his career.
Oh, yeah, because history shows when you get on that team, your career goes places. Everybody you picked has done nothing after you picked them. You ruined the career of The Miz single-handedly.
Well, Karma, that was...
Everybody else you picked got hurt.
Well, Karma got pregnant. That wasn't my fault.
Hurt.
It was yours.
We're on air.
It'll be fine.
Boys can swim. Let me make something explicitly clear right now. And Andy, make sure you mark this on the tape. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Karma. Just want to make that clear.
Right on, right on.
The Horsemen are going into the WWE Hall of Fame. The 4 Horsemen are going into the WWE Hall of Fame, the faction. David, another controversial thing because, of course, everybody who's so smart.
Flair with that Horseman Hall of Fame, the Horsemen aren't technically in.
Ric Flair's already in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
Why does he need to be there again?
Because when you think of the 4 Horsemen, you think of Ric Flair. You don't think of Mongo and Benoit and Malenko.
But there's the thing.
Lex
No.
Luger
Some
and Kurt
fans out there
Hennig.
do because that's the only Horseman they ever saw.
Well,
you and I
need to Google and YouTube 4
No,
Horsemen.
doesn't matter. When you reincarnate the group as it was done over so many times, and arguably the brand was significantly diluted in WCW for a time, especially when Mongo was part of it, there is a 4 Horsemen for everybody, and a lot of our younger fans only know that older, that bad, that worse
We're not
Horseman
talking about like Menudo, where they just keep interchanging people. We're talking about the 4 Horsemen. J.J. Dillon, Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson, and Ric Flair.
But that's not everybody's
That's the
Horseman.
4.
Some people's Horseman includes Ole Anderson. Some people's Horseman includes Barry Windham. Some people's Horseman includes Sting.
Bro, Cephas.
Some people's Horseman includes
That's like saying
Dean Malenko.
That's like saying we're going to induct the Chicago Bulls or the Green Bay Packers into the Sports Hall of Fame. You got to pick
The
an
main events.
era. You got to pick the year of that team, and I am picking the mid to late '80s 4 Horsemen.
Longest tenured group of Horsemen, most successful group of
Best
Horsemen.
ever.
Best ever.
If
Best
there's
faction
no
in the
4
history of
Horsemen,
wrestling.
there's no NWO, there's no DX, there's no Los Boricuas. Okay, I mean, come on. Think about it. Gang warfare started with the 4 Horsemen.
You are right. The Horsemen, as far as I am concerned, are the men you mentioned. And it was the men that were shown on screen, basically. However, I think there is a valid argument for a lot of fans out there of who the Horseman is to them.
No, there isn't. No, there isn't.
So our younger fans don't matter, you're saying? Those who were just simply not alive, it's their fault?
On this topic, no, they don't. Because it is those 4 guys that were in the video.
True. Very good. Very
Okay,
true.
yes.
How is Ric Flair going to be in Miami for WrestleMania?
Hammered.
Fantastic. There is no doubt Ric Flair will be there. He has to. It's WrestleMania. It's the Horsemen.
It's Miami.
And it's Miami. And let's not forget, Ric Flair, because we saw him with our own eyes, was there in Atlanta last year as part of WrestleMania, visiting friends and to be there for Shawn Michaels' induction into the WWE Hall of Fame. So he can go, but he's got to be there. He's got to be able, because all those 15,000 people in that arena, American Airlines Arena Center, whatever it is, are going to be waiting.
If he's not
for Flair.
there, it'll be nonstop woo and we want Flair, and that will screw up the whole DVD and TV show.
Let's not forget, though, WWE can do this without Ric Flair in their mind.
I don't think so.
I think so.
You don't.
It was a bold move.
You don't induct the Horsemen without having Flair on board.
It was a bold move, and did they not, in a subtle way, share more of their perceived insignificance of TNA by taunting Ric Flair all over Monday Night Raw this past Monday night, and then having him in the still screen image of the people being inducted into the Hall of Fame? Did they not show how irrelevant, in their mind, TNA is?
What is Dixie Carter thinking? You know she's blowing up Flair's phone after that. Hey, Rick, something you want to tell me?
You think they contacted him before Monday?
And of course Flair's saying, yeah, I'm getting 10 grand for one night where it takes me 3 months to get that from you.
Wow. Do you think they contacted him beforehand, WWE? We're in overtime, by the way.
Of course. Hunter and Flair are tight, just like an uncle and a nephew.
Speaking of TNA, I want to make one thing very clear, because there are a few of you out there who are TNA loyalists and feel that anytime anybody says anything bad about TNA, they're being biased towards WWE or whatnot. What I was asking was about the perceived insignificance of TNA by WWE by touting one of their major talents on their flagship program this past Monday night. Is that clear?
Yeah. Their major talent that says it's insufferable to be there.
Kurt Angle said that too?
No, I'm talking about Ric Flair.
He just said they had a bad year. Subpar year, I think, was the quote unquote from
Kurt Angle.
If Kurt Angle can admit that, how come a lot of other people can't?
Because Kurt
out there in TV land.
Because the people in TV land, they don't know. They're not there. They're not in the locker room. They're not in the meetings. They don't get the emails with the TNA run sheets on them.
London, January 28th, followed by Nottingham and Manchester. TNA is going to be taping Impact Wrestling overseas, over in the UK, across the pond, on the road. This is huge news for TNA because they do tremendous business over there, and they are essentially guaranteed to have close to sold-out buildings for these tapings. However, this was all announced via Twitter and Facebook over the last few days, and they got some
but here's
seats
why.
to fill.
There's more people that follow Dixie on Twitter than watch the pay-per-view. So it makes sense.
Is that why we got the 2 of the pay-per-view matches on Impact this past Thursday?
Absolutely.
Again?
Yes. The 2 headlining matches from the pay-per-view for free on Thursday night Impact.
TNA is deeply embedded over in the UK. I believe Jeremy Borash has been
I think he bought a
living
second home
over there
Yeah.
for quite a while, and they've been running shows, and they do meet and greets, and they've got a lot of talents that live over there, including Magnus and Rob Terry and Doug Williams. Is Doug Williams still with that company?
Yeah, didn't you endorse Rob Terry a few weeks ago?
I did not ever endorse.
I don't know, because I saw an English
an
version of
apparition.
endorsed T-shirt. I think
There is
that
for our great fans in the UK.
No, that was the Rob Terry endorsed T-shirt.
Show me his face on it, and I'll show you that I endorsed it.
Okay, next week, live right here. When is the Shenanigans T-shirt coming out? You have all your T-shirts. Where's the Shenanigans?
Oh, I have all my T-shirts.
Yeah, you got the Hottie Host of the Year.
Are you done?
The Tremendous.
Are you finished?
Well, but aren't we going to tell them about the,
Next week we will.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should you look at the marketing plans? This week's all about the Elimination Chamber ticket giveaway.
Oh. I didn't see that. Sorry. Last page.
This is big for TNA. It's going to come off great on TV. However, they're only going to get 4 weeks out of it. How do you build on that momentum? How do they build on that momentum? Exactly.
If I knew that, I would tell somebody down there how to do it.
Thank you for tuning in to 5 More Minutes this week. Don't forget to tune into Monday Night Meltdown this Monday on Blog Talk Radio.
How did you let Meathead back in the studios?
I'm fair and balanced. I make the right decisions for
There's a restraining order.
company.
Linda Kay was adamant about that. You know, she's in Mexico this week.
Oh, I know, and I have a news person waiting to fill in for her if something were to happen.
I mean, get kidnapped?
No.
Get married?
They got bad water at times.
Oh, yeah.
She might get ill. Take ill. Monday Night Meltdown this Monday on Blog Talk Radio, PWRshow.com as well. I want to make sure all of you know as well, there's been some comments and whatnot, but you could always watch brand new episodes of the Pro Wrestling Report at PWRshow.com, and we do appreciate all of you who are loyal to us and do visit our website and watch with the best viewing experience, fewer ads, and basically limited interruptions on our website, PWRshow.com. So be sure to hop on over there, and you can subscribe to all of the content there. What are you drawing?
My notes.
Show's over.
Well, there's more stuff I got to work on later.
This has been 5 More Minutes for David Hero. This is Damian Nelson saying thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you Monday on The Meltdown.